This avalanche safety report is brought to you by Mountain TV. Watch Mountain TV anywhere with our free Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV apps. Learn more at mtn-tv.com.
Mike, great to see you. How are you doing? How's Netherlands?
It's good. It's a little windy today, Scott, but it's great to be here with you.
Yeah, no, end of the week here. And again, excited to catch up with you. We've had quite a bit of wind at the end of this week, Thursday wind. Now here we are going into the weekend. Tell us about conditions. You were saying kind of moderate conditions, and maybe things might even be improving a little bit.
Yeah, so the avalanche danger in a lot of areas going into the weekend is going to be moderate. We're mostly looking at kind of wind slabs in a lot of these areas. Not a lot of stuff stepping to the ground. So if we look back over the last week here, you can see a dramatic decrease in avalanches here since the beginning of the month. And that's great. It means the snowpack is stabilizing. A lot of the avalanches we're seeing are in the new snow or wind drifted snow. And that's what we like to see.
We were talking, Mike, that, you can be out and about venturing around and the weather's great. There hasn't been any fresh snow, so you kind of think you're out of the danger zone. But these wind drift areas where they've been impacted by these high winds we've been having can really be a danger zone. Yeah,
the wind event that we had Thursday and Friday really changed a lot of the conditions in a lot of areas. So, strong northerly winds, loaded southerly and easterly facing slopes. And the things people really need to look out for are signs of wind drifting. So you can see, looking at this picture, you can see the striations in the snow. These are evidence that the wind's been blowing snow around and moving it to lee-facing slopes. And if you see these kind of conditions, you really need to be careful in areas below ridge lines, especially. So look for signs like this of wind drifting, pillows of snow, fresh cornice growth. And avoid areas below those cornices. You can see this avalanche here that broke in the wind drifted snow. Those are really spots to be careful about.
Well, those pictures are great, Mike. And again, I'm skiing all the time and I see areas like that a lot, right? And I think a lot of people don't know to recognize those kind of conditions. So teaming up with you guys, hopefully we're informing people, hey, be on the lookout for these kind of conditions because you might be getting into a spot you don't want to be in.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of safe areas out there, right? You can look for areas that are below tree line. You can look for areas that don't have these signs of recent wind loading, and you can stay a lot safer by doing that.
Yep. Forecast, I know we got a storm. Looks like one coming in Tuesday. Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, so high pressure going into the weekend. It looks like it's going to be a pretty nice weekend. Blue skies, reduced winds. So don't get ahead of yourselves. Don't get overconfident with blue skies coming into the weekend that things are safe. It's still moderate danger. You can still trigger avalanches, especially in these near surface layers. This high pressure is causing faceting, weakening of the upper part of the snowpack. And these faceted layers, near surface faceted layers, are going to become our weak layer when we get more snow. So there's a lot of this going on right now. This is pretty normal.
For high that word you're using, faceted, tell me a little more about that. What does that mean?
Yeah, faceting is just a weakening of the snowpack structure. So it happens oftentimes during high pressure periods when the temperature is fluctuating dramatically between night and day. And it's a weakening of the snowpack. People often call it recycled powder is a pretty normal term for that, but it's actually faceting.
Got it. Okay. Good to know. And we'll see you back for another update next week. Mike, great seeing you guys. Keep up the good work. And definitely, guys, hit up the website, which will be right at the bottom of your screen there. And you can stay up to date with all the latest. Mike, we appreciate all the hard work.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. We'll see y'all next week.
Now, you can always stay up to date with the latest forecast at colorado.gov/avalanche. Enjoy the backcountry and make sure you stay safe out there.